the cold, steely experience of Dale Earnhardt sits behind the wheel of that Goodwrench Chevrolet, and Mark Martin holds the hopes of the Fords. How do they come out of turn 4, 1 and 2? Dale Earnhardt just half a car length in front of Mark Martin.
3 laps to go when they come down to the line this time. Rusty Wallace's car did not fire immediately. The crew had to push it off and send him back onto the racetrack. It's going to send him back to a long way back in the finish. Front 2 head for turn number 1.
Down to the inside lane of the racetrack. They drop down on the banking in turn number 1. Meanwhile, Steve Grissom bypasses us. Doesn't sound like the engine is running in that car. Leaders making their way off turn 2. Earnhardt still by a half a car length over Mark Martin.
And still Jeff Gordon with Sterling Marlin's help charging towards the front 2. They're about 100 feet apart on the back straightaway now. They work their way to 3. The lead cars, 1 and 2, Earnhardt and Martin.
Earnhardt down low. Martin takes a little bit of a higher line, and Jeff Gordon is catching them up with the help of Sterling Marlin. Sterling Marlin and Jeff Gordon, those two are in the draft, and they are catching the top 2. Your leader is still Dale Earnhardt.
Inside of 2 laps to settle the Winston Select 500. The leader is Dale Earnhardt. Mark Martin is next. Then the lapped car of Sterling Marlin, followed by 3rd place Jeff Gordon. They're on the backstretch.
Here they come. Marlin leads Gordon down to the inside of Mark Martin. Now Marlin's going to get out of the way. He's brought Gordon all the way up to Mark Martin. Gordon gives him a wave as he goes by. Gordon is in the mix now.
Jeff Gordon now has a clear shot at Mark Martin. Top 3 cars, you could put a blanket over him. Dale Earnhardt is the toughest guy in the business to pass. Nobody knows that better than Mark Martin. Down the apron they come. Mark Martin to the low side. Earnhardt blocks him. Martin will try the outside.
Coming down, getting ready to take the white flag. Mark won't wait for it. He dives to the bottom of the racetrack. He's underneath Earnhardt, and Jeff Gordon gives him some drafting help as they take the white flag and head for turn 1.
Mark Martin shows the way into turn 1 for the final time. Jeff Gordon now dives to the inside lane. Gordon takes 2nd. Morgan Shepherd goes for 3rd. He and Earnhardt touch in turn 2. Earnhardt goes wide. Now Earnhardt spins around. The roof flaps go up. Earnhardt spins twice in the back straightaway. Morgan Shepherd passes him.
Earnhardt's car noses into the outside wall. Meantime, Gordon is a car length off Martin's back bumper, racing back to the win. They're in 3.
Racing back to the stripe. It's Mark Martin in the lead. Everybody on their feet. Jeff Gordon is right there. Nobody in front of him. Slower traffic now in Rusty. They get around the outside of Rusty Wallace. Mark Martin holds just a half car length advantage over Jeff Gordon as they go into the tri-oval.
Gordon goes down low. The Chevy making a last-ditch bid. He's not going to have enough room to the low side of the racetrack. Mark Martin wins. It is 2 wins in a row for the Ford team after Chevrolet wins 7 in a row, and Dale Earnhardt, leading the NASCAR Winston Cup Series points, ends up in the backstretch wall on the last lap. Meanwhile, through the tri-oval area, here comes 5th place. Darrell Waltrip in 5th. Bobby Labonte 6th. Bill Elliott comes across the line in 7th.